advert, in terms of organizing, planning, just for you for come out successful. And then I believe say by God in part tomorrow, some people will come in a number for can support or go or laugh over those hashtag behave edition.
Okay, so like if somebody want to be part of this your show, I'm not free?
No, well, actually not for commander not free, but for going, so of course we get the different price that we involve. We get 70,000 way na the flat rate, that's so we can put on. That we get 250,000 for pay on single, that we get 450 for pay on double. But to get table reservation from 5 and above, we're in a table. If you want for take that table, now 1 million they go for. And maybe you go on for call, maybe in your office or in your house, because tomorrow and Saturday and today and Friday, you just on 088 857 088-857-133. 5 and above tickets we can go and deliver for you at your doorstep. We'll get ticket sales point and maybe you go say, okay, are they around this area? I'll not call again. I'll just go and buy me tickets. We get Mark for Masina Lumley and they'll get Roof Garden. Now Wilkins also that fine dear check it. That check it say 6 million. Of course, we did forget check internal railway line. Yeah, we did get Sinato and Cambo Street. Then we did get 92 Kisi Road, Napsira Internet Cafe. And then we did forget Eminence Africa office. We're now 114 Pademba Road.
Okay, so we go on for give and black capella really this thing.
Well, actually, we not comedy or not the get a cappella, not the get a cappella. But just want to tell people and so no more. And you go to my and a family, you know, the one that will be used for social about how they perform. Of course, this is going to be my show, my very first show. So I put everything inside it. So if you did blancy or maybe 10 or 15 minutes, except for Mary that we use for the chair. But in terms of performance, you see me now 1-2 program that you will say, I go one follow perform more. But because of not in program, it perform for the short time. But tomorrow, I tell people and say, let them kind of family, you will see the best of stand-up comedy. Of course, not all go on money for the day. We don't forget the legendary Desmond Benya. We don't forget Kindo Mani and Ukwa the Entertainer, Joannis and Chubby and Richie Obama, Faculty, Yemata the Laughing Matter. Of course, we don't forget MC Dolish. All them people are also put together. Also, do overdose day for day. If all them comedians they also don't carry, don't thrill you, they don't make you all laugh. We all go worry for calm later. Of course, I'm not going to make you laugh again. Maybe sometimes you don't tire because the jokes you don't plenty. I give people and laugh take away. We are in take away, not eat outside and you.
Well, that's not the voice of una popular comedian when a Ogawowo as a go get in one old show we call Laugh Over Does Show. We will get for B tomorrow, December 7 at Family Kingdom. Please, una take part in this program and make una ease una stress. Over to Asma.
All right. Well, as Ogawa, what they do in show, let members say you get for pay tax to NRA. So this message they go to all the one that when they do entertainment this particular season. Public notice to all entertainment organizers and owners of venue hosting such events. The National Revenue Authority hereby informs the general public that it is an offense to organize a chargeable entertainment without securing a valid tax clearance from the authority after payment of 15% GST on the total expected income from such an activity. All organizers of social functions and owners of venues hosting such activities must ensure that goods and services tax, GST, is fully paid before such functions are held and valid tax clearance issued by the authority. The authority with support from the Sierra Leone Police will commence enforcement actions with immediate effect, including physical disruption of events for confirmation of full payment of taxes, levy of penalty and interest on outstanding payments, third-party recovery measures, sealing the entertainment venues of organizers and owners of such venues that fail to secure the necessary tax clearance and payment of the related GST for all paid-up entertainment such as outings, discos, dinners, paid-up parties, cinema shows, concerts, carnivals, etc. Supports this National Revenue Authority to collect the much-needed revenues for effective state governance. by order of the Commissioner General. When I the word that to DCI, all the one them where they all dinner. And book fair, the Theolon writers then continue then book fair. Today again it continue and say then get children's world at 1 p.m. So let mama them, papa them, carry them, picking them, encourage them for it. Radio Mantorial self gets fundraising December 13. We'll give you more information. And they come over again to our studio guests. Then I start with you, Alassane Kagbo from the ACC. You don't talk about the activities we wanna get tomorrow now till Monday. We wanna celebrate Anti-Corruption Day. But we don't see on our poll press releases this BNTM from the issue of the make recommendation with regards from ambassador to Ghana and other release system. So take we through
Okay.
the one in the them.
Before I take on to one short thing, all we the process system for this International Anti-Corruption Day, and we and Carl is funding a lot of it through the British High Commission or something. Now on Ambassador Yansane, indeed we receive a report say Ambassador Yansane abandoned in post. Even they received salary whilst he was ambassador of Ghana. He was in Freetown for most of the time. We calculated that he did more than 700 days outside in post, even the Freetown. One or two things. We'll look at all the laws, the policies. We contact Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, especially the Foreign Service. There were no rules or regulations against absenteeism that inside in there. So you're not going to say actually he breached a particular code or he breached a particular rule. Just lose. That's one. Number two, he say he been there free tongue at the behest of the president. There's something called executive clearance. And executive clearance is difficult to challenge. A lot of the difficulties we are having in most of our investigations are issues there for those executive clearance. So we look at the law, we look at the evidence, we look at the existing regulations, rules, codes of conduct, and everything where they regulate the behavior of a diplomat representing Sierra Leone outside this country. We not think say we go meet the threshold for a successful criminal prosecutions. So
So
therefore,
what you now recommend?
so one, we recommend systems and processes intervention. That all of us, we, the ministry, and everybody concerned, for sit down now and look at the systems, draft codes or pass laws or some regulations where we could deal with those loopholes. Because what can happen, what they necessitate laws, rules, that a loophole they cannot see in society, so they can correct them. So they push this robustly. We've written a letter to the minister. We are in contact. We're looking for the opportunity now for Sido to initiate the processes leading to those kinds of things.
You think say this decision are best practice?
Oh, this is best practice. In fact, when you go for go prosecute, you look at the evidence available. They look at the criminal threshold. Will it pass the criminal threshold test? You look at the laws, within the laws then say the offenses, the elements of the offenses. Was it misappropriation of public funds? No. It don't meet all the elements of misappropriation of public funds. If we charge our go court, we're not going to win. So therefore, we make a decision based on the evidence available, the reality at hand, and all the other issues I've spoken about, and determine that it may not pass the criminal threshold test if we decide for prosecute. So we elected not to prosecute, but part of our mandate also now for intervene and put systems in place for avoid the recurrence of what's just happened.
All right, continue for the with we, Alassane Kagbo. Message again from the chairman of Eastern Lions Football Club. The Premier League don't start, and we they ask all Eastern Lions fans, supporters for Kana National Stadium tomorrow and Cambo Stadium positively as Lions trash Sports Authority tomorrow now the Premier League game. So all Eastern Lions fans them on account tomorrow at the National Stadium as Eastern Lions they play Ports Authority. Message from Chairman Junior Navo. Over to you, DSI. DCI, sorry. I'm gonna get after this celebration 20 years. Which one they look at going forward for the organization?
Well, thank you again. Going forward, we want to look at certain things then we will actually bring sustainability because we don't get a lot of achievements in the Pekin Young People's Organization for also able for continue for disseminate child rights messages. Let's take an example. When you go to a community, we only talk about sexual abuse, for example. When you go to a community and identify one girl Pekin, we able say, uncle, no, not touch me like this. Huh? You didn't know say the tendency for let this girl Pekin say from sexual abuse is higher. And the more of them girl picking them, you get another community, the safer the community. So now that make we appreciate organizations like Asma James Foundation, where they really disseminate them message there, they empower young people for make sure say they protect themselves. So because of that, we try for introduce a lot of programs for they really support young people's organizations so that they're able to reach out to them, accompany them, and empower them. Let we really try for change this idea of picking up for complaint. We know so within society, one of the things that will really underpin sexual abuse, for example, now the fact say anything where adults tell Pekin, you for say yes, you know for complain, you know for say no. And a lot of Pekin and they way they in them men Pekin situation where we're not able to say no. So when you invest in young people's organization, they're able to address this through peer education. Right. So that's one area. Now this is the reason we I talk about this issue of establishing this child rights center as a place where would really empower young people's organization so that we go reach out to a lot of people in our community. We don't get plenty laws. They're not adequate to, but at least in terms of threshold, I think so we don't pass the threshold. What's important now is the implementation on the ground through the children, but also
the workabouts.
When they've been talking the issue of subvention for journalists, I think I've been seeing mind and they make like say, they know one, then they make tactic. I think Nana want to that couple be done to up man. Yeah, man. I think. I think what boss na do man because I know you know. Hey. I think as the man meetings allowed to go no more allowed to go. I don't we talk about how ministry, government institution, the whole exam. I say, ufunu nori kanaba kopo, uwe guma. They collect the government ministry, the way they want them pay them. I say, worst crime. But our government institution themselves go to make this some of the institution they die don't go. I say, Uncle Corruption Commission, I say, man, yeah. But you know, tell me I'm no good. Now ask me, Baba, to interpret for me. Night how is the one name? Oh, Alaji, I will be no more ambassador for the name. But most of the time, you know, they will couple of the meeting pocket pie. Not say, now the country this man, I say, go money, no money. I say, both stand the second shock they come out. Me, na journal work about.
Alright, from Daddy Walkabout, we did take few text message we don't come inside the program. This first one they say implementing such a bill by the ACC is good, but I'm still with the belief that the commission is one-sided commission.
Please, Mr. Kagbo, I want to attend Is the Independence Park the same as Taylor Cummings Garden? I mean, where we have the statue of Cummings. Now, I have a question from Victor.
Alright, and this one we may go take one at the very last one for me. Say the SEC has been doing extremely well in indicting past government officials for corruption, but when are we seeing the indictment of current government officials?
This other message say, Mr. Manaf, can you give us more information on the dinner I would like to support? I have been following DCI for the last years and they've been doing well for children. This other one where I go look at inside the program this morning again say it says since the Anti-Corruption Commission was established in Sierra Leone, we see a lot of changes in corruption. Well done to the team. This other message say the man talking about children spot on. Juvenile justice is huge. It's a big problem in Sierra Leone. He say please sir continue to work for children. This one say good morning 98. Please ask my now for remind listeners, but we brother Ogawawo in comedy show tomorrow na Family Kingdom. When I don't read them, I don't remind people when I can't laugh na Family Kingdom. It's good for laugh. This one say corruption kills. It say kills a nation. But the implementation should be reflective on all, irrespective of your political belief, not as selective as we have seen. ACC should try to make the process independent by stop protecting people. All right, more message we don't come na the program this morning. This one say please Fambo Luna attend Ogawawo in show. Ogawawo look get fans get for campaign for adverts. All right, well we dey come to we guest them for wrap up the text messages them Alaska.
Yes, Taylor Cummings Garden, that's the other name. So it's the same. I say the ACC one-sided.
Selective justice.
Selective justice. No, that is not true. We're not upon selective justice. We follow the evidence. And the evidence no more matter to we. The evidence, the position of the law. We know the influence by anything. The only thing that influences us are the evidence and the position of the law. So accusations of selective justice are not correct. They always say that. You know, now this is not a divided country, but we are not selective. We are not. We focus. And we will not be caught into anything. Our main focus would always be the evidence and the law. That's all, yeah.
So remind listeners then for the events again tomorrow.
Yes.
And
The
Monday.
event tomorrow they celebrate in collaboration with Carl. We get on the Taylor Cummings Garden, or you call it the Independence Garden. A day between Cotton Tree, Law Court. It's free. People could come. We'll get an interfaith event. On the 9th, with the Meata Conference Hall, we'll get Justice Meata Samba moderating a program. We get Lara Taylor Pierce, Joe Pemabi, Dr. Brian Conton. Then we'll also get the Vice President